Well. This is CFB Keith, and I thought that the dreaded off season was here, and it was going to be here for a long time. But here in comes Nick Saban, um, and to save yours truly's channel, this guy's channel. Yeah, that's right. Nick Saban does some kind of television interview thing somewhere, and somebody asked the question, well, what happened with the national title game? And Nick Saban goes on a full 2 minute tirade about crying and boo-hooing and whining and complaining about how Jamison Williams and John Mechie were hurt and injured, and that they couldn't, and that the Heisman Trophy winning quarterback, Bryce Young, didn't have his main targets, weren't comfortable with them. Um, and he talked about how how the cornerback room at Alabama was injured and all this stuff. Hey, Nick Saban, you're preaching to the choir here. I'm a Georgia fan. And if you know anything about college football, Georgia was injured the entire season. Even even before the season started, Georgia had been accumulating injury after injury after injury. But of course, Nick Saban doesn't know that because Nick Saban is being told he's the greatest college football coach in all time, and I believe that. I can believe that. I can believe that. But he also made a mistake of crying and whining, just like Jimbo Fisher, going on a somebody asking him a question, and he just keeps about NIL. Lane Kiffin, Nick Saban, they pester him about the NIL, telling him that Texas A&M um uses money to get these kids here, and Jimbo Fisher goes on a tirade for about 5 minutes about hypocrisy. Well, it looks like we found our two crybabies of the SEC. We found our two victims, Nick Saban and Jimbo Fisher. And guess what? Their victim mentality, guess who's the cause of it? I'll give you a guess. I'll give you a real good hint. How about that team right there? That's the team that's given the victim mentality to Alabama and to Texas A&M. Now, of course, they won't say that, and that's fine. But guess what? We proved it this year. We beat Alabama. Quit crying. Quit whining. Now I know I got Alabama fans on my channel that are respectable people that have accepted their L, their non refundable L, signed and delivered by the mailman, Stetson Bennett himself, and Kirby Smart. We delivered the L to them. They accepted it graciously, and we delivered one to Nick Saban too. But unfortunately, Nick Saban's trying to sell that L. He's trying to refund it back to us. And it don't work that way, Nick Saban. Alabama's not going to add the 2021 season to their Hall of Fake championships. It's just not going to happen. Anyway, it's it's just one it's just one thing after another with these big crybabies we got. And and it's almost like a three-ring circus. It's The SEC West is becoming the biggest three-ring circus in college football. You got Brian Kelly dancing with recruits, like and he's not even dancing anything new. It's all 70s disco music. He's dancing. And let me tell you something else. there's two more clowns. Jimbo Fisher, who whines and complains about somebody calling him out when honestly he should just sit there and take it. Why? You have the number one recruiting class, probably the best recruiting class of all time. So quit whining, complaining. Nick Saban, you're one of the greatest, if not the greatest head coach of all time. You have an an ungodly amount, an insane amount of national titles and playoff wins. Quit complaining. Take your L like a man and just sit down and watch us Georgia Bulldog fans smile and enjoy the national title we took out of your pathetic crybaby hands. Cry me a river, Nick Saban. Cry me a river, Jimbo Fisher. We'll see y'all again next season, and we'll give you a big old pacifier with it. That said, man, I thought the off season was drying up, but Nick Saban coming to save the day. Anyway, y'all have a good one. I'll see y'all real soon. Go Dogs.